I spent time with the Venture Ready Pack 26 2nd edition from Bellroy, and in this video I'll talk about the good, the bad, who it's for, and how it's a one-of-a-kind pack for a very specific user. It's an interesting time for Bellroy. In the past, they've specialized in stylish day packs that didn't always prioritize function, but recently they've experimented in a bunch of different categories, and their Venture line is made for travel, with this Venture Ready pack being their budget flagship. So imagine that this Ready pack is the iPhone 16, and the Venture Travel pack is the iPhone 16 Pro. And here's some stats. Love it or hate it, Bellroy's style leans towards light and minimal, and at 2 pounds at 26 liters, it's one of the lightest in that size. And that does come at the cost of straps. Other reviewers have said it, but the backpack straps are arguably the only weakness of this pack. But after using them, they're better than they look. They are pretty narrow, both in the width and the spacing in between them, and I think visually it'll scare some people off. But actually they have a nice padded foam along the whole backside, and they were comfortable enough for me because I don't carry a lot of tech to really weigh this thing down, but I guess you may start to feel the weight of the pack earlier than other packs with thicker straps. Magnetic chest strap on a sliding rail, and it's a small detail that only bag weirdos like me care about, but these plastic strap ties work so much better than elastic, and Bellroy's the only company I've seen that uses these. The back panel does help make up for some of the strap discomfort, so it's 2 huge pads that are pretty thick, and a luggage pass-through that's really cool because it stretches. On the sides, there's a love-hate scenario. Bellroy uses the 1-in-1 pocket setup. The right side has a zip pocket that I use a lot on the go because I could access it quickly just having the bag over my right shoulder. There's a key leash, and it's large enough to fit a 27-ounce bottle, but it does eat into the main compartment space, so I think it works better for smaller, flatter items. And on the other side is a proper bottle pocket that fits a larger 32-ounce bottle. And this is a killer pocket. It's all material instead of mesh, so it's more durable, and it has this detachable leash to lock in the bottle, which I really liked. So not many packs even offer something like this to lock the bottle, and the ones that do are usually a buckle, but I prefer this because I can use it like when I'm on an airplane and I don't want the bottle to roll away, but I could also hide it just to keep the clean look. And on the outside, the looks and materials are definitely a strength. It usually is for Bellroy. It's a longer, slimmer pack with a nice teardrop shape, similar to Patagonia's black hole packs. The material is beta ripstop, one day I'll figure it out. Same as on many Bellroy's bags, but it's used slightly different on this Ready pack. The classic material is on the side panels, and you can tell by this little like checkerboard pattern, but this whole front panel is either a different material or the beta ripstop with a wax coating. Either way, it's really nice. Wax material always looks cool, and it's hard to tell in this lighting, but the color is like a really dark gray versus the true black on the sides. And that contrast in color and texture gives the bag some style, which Bellroy always nails. There's also a bike light attachment and 2 latch points at the top and on the bottom. One thing I didn't care for is this top area. You'll notice that it's pretty wrinkled and doesn't look like the website, and that's because unless the pocket is fully packed, it's just going to look kind of deflated, which isn't a big deal, it just, again, doesn't look like the website. But overall, if you're buying Bellroy, you're probably getting it for the looks, and this pack delivers. Opening up the pack, I like the full zipper opening, but didn't like the quick access pocket, and I'll start there. It's nicely sized, but it's split, and this divider stopped me from opening it large enough to see my stuff. It was just inconvenient to use. I found myself having to pull the pocket up just to see what was down there. And I also think it gave me less organization, not more. This divider makes it so larger items like headphones or an iPad mini just won't fit in there. It's a good idea from Bellroy. They've used their split pockets better on their work briefs, but in my experience it was just limiting to use on a quick access pocket. Of course, if I were to tell you something not to do, I would say don't take a pair of scissors to cut this divider. Don't do it. My favorite part of the pack is how it opens. It's also the reason the Patagonia Black Hole is one of my favorite bags of all time. It opens like a top loader because the zipper naturally stops at the top of this curve before it goes straight. And that gives access to the pocket, and the zipper stops right in line with the second pocket. It's all intentional design. But the bag also opens full zip to make packing easy, and it gives access to most of the 26 liters. A lot of other bag brands offer full zipper openings, but not many have zippers that naturally stop at a certain point to give it like a top loadery look. So like on other packs, I'll try to open it a little, and this panel will just keep wanting to open more, which is just slightly annoying. And I fit about 3 changes of clothes in here. Again, Bellroy leans towards light and minimal versus something like Air and Able Carry, which just has a lot more internal organization. So there's just a few pockets on top and one pocket on the sleeve where I store the laptop, but otherwise it's just a large area to work with, and I liked that. The laptop sleeve, again, it's love or hate. I'd sound like a broken record. Yes, it fits a 16-inch laptop. It is well padded on both sides with the false bottom, but for some people, having the laptop in the main compartment is a deal breaker. It just feels like it's not protective enough. Whereas for others, it's a huge benefit because when you're not traveling with the laptop, that dedicated laptop pocket is unused space. If you watch my videos, I kind of like this setup because I don't travel with my laptop very much. And lastly, probably the biggest determinant, I have to talk about price. Here's how it stacks up with other similar travel bags. Bellroy has always been towards the upper end of pricing, but now it's even more expensive than the already expensive Peak Design, and that's when you know you're in some different territory. And the crazy part is this is their budget flagship of the Venture line. They offer the Venture Travel Pack 26 liter for $329 US, but that's another story. I'm never reviewing that one. On paper, this pack is one of the lightest at its size, one of the best looking, and actually prioritizes practical function with that zipper opening and pocket layout. And that proves that Bellroy has come a long way from just focusing on looks. But that price is hard to swallow. The Alpaca Elements Pro, the Able Carry EDC, and Air all have far better straps and use X-Pack material at a cheaper price, but they're all heavier. Likewise, the Patagonia and Cotopaxi have a similar layout at a far lower price, but don't offer nearly the organization or build quality that the Venture Pack has. So final thoughts and who is this bag for? How much you love the bag depends on your perspective. You'll either think it's a one-of-a-kind bag or that it's massively overpriced, and you'd both be right. I named multiple love or hate elements during this review, and I respect Bellroy for sticking to their design language. In some ways, it is a one-of-a-kind bag. The combination of lightweight, nice looks and materials, and really functional organization is unlike anything on the market. It's arguably the most versatile day pack I've used. But it's also for a very niche group, because for it to be worth the price, you have to want all of its strengths and features. Because if you only want 1 or 2 of them, there are better options out there at a lower price. Anyways, comment below if you want a response, let's talk, and subscribe for new videos on Sundays. Thanks!